Welcome to week 6 SwiftSole setup guide and resale predictions. My name is Josh, aka the LuckyBotter, and as always, I am here to take you through this week's drop. Now, as a lot of you guys are saying, yes, it is a tiny bit of a brick week, especially for the UK. However, if you're in the US, you've got a couple of more items than we've got. Unfortunately, every single time there's food or there's a blade, we're not allowed it because of all the roadmen in Flex Workshop are basically using the blades to shank people up. Anyway, I thought I would wear my long sleeve shirt that I got from last week, the brick that I wanted. If you remember on the last stream, I actually said I wanted this brick, and I actually really like it. I actually love this shirt, to be fair. It stayed in stock for about 4 hours, but I don't care. It allowed me to get my personal. So there we go. How did you guys do last week? Mate, last week, right, I'm telling you, I was able to hit loads. If you haven't seen the video already with Ratbag, go over and check it out on my channel and Ratbag's channel. But I got this long sleeve. I got the full Arabic kit because I'm going to be a full kit, you know, the skins of a W. I got 2 cameras, so the black and the red. I got the XL Nupsy. I then hit a small Nupsy for someone. I got 2 of the TNF Ice Climb hoodies, which aren't doing too bad on the aftermarket as it goes. I can already pull that to make a profit. And then obviously this. Oh, and some slippers for the new YouTube studio. So luckily, there is nothing this week because I've got no money. Anyway, how is everyone doing? What did you do last week? Let's have a look. The Wheaties tea is confirmed. Nice. That's probably the only thing. But Wheaties, I can't see it doing well on the aftermarket. I just can't see it. Honestly, I can't. Ton of failed checkouts. Listen, when it comes to the failed checkouts, there's a couple of things that could be. It could be anti-bot, so it could be the ticket system that Supreme put in. It can sometimes be the bot itself, or it's gone too fast, or it can be your own details. There's loads of different variables when it comes to that. Every bot gets failed checkouts or declines all of the time, especially at the beginning of the drop. If you noticed last week, so last week was a bit of a weird one where the EU dropped around 1 to 2 minutes late, which hasn't happened for quite a while. And then the US was literally crazy. It wouldn't allow checkouts for so long, so everything stayed in stock. It wasn't in stock. It just didn't allow checkouts out there as well. So go and check out my man Jacob Starr's channel. He's the guy that's been doing a lot of live cops, and you can actually see him going manually, even manually. No checkouts for the first, say, 5 minutes. Anyway, how are we doing? Cop TNF vest, red in M, but huge brick. Listen, when it comes to the Nupsy stuff, this happens all the time. If you remember, this happened with the paper Nupsies, where at first people weren't really feeling it, and then they realized it was a Nupsy and everyone likes a Nupsy. So at first, the kind of prices went down. They evened out for a while, and then now they've shot up. So when it comes to the Nupsies, especially in a small and an XL, it's a big hold. It's either a long hold or flip now for just over retail. Don't flip for flipping below retail. You still got time to send it back. Send Supreme an email and return it if you really don't want it. Don't brick the market. But trust me, it's a long-term hold, especially if you're in the UK. As you know, these last 2 days, it's been an absolute stonker when it comes to the weather. So hot, even though I'm wearing a long sleeve, but it's quite cool out there now. But next week's snowing, so sell it then. Weird as hell. Anyway, we are going to be taking a look at this week. I still think there are a couple of sleeper items, but in all honesty, in the UK, I don't know, it's another personal week for most people. I love the S logo, by the way. I've always liked the S logo range. I personally prefer it to the BOGO range. But the retails are killing it. The retails are absolutely going to kill this piece. However, a couple of sleeper items. So let's take a look at what we're going to be doing. So I'm just going to bring up the actual tasks. And when we're ready, Mr. Producer, if you can bring the phone up on the screen, that would be great. What we're going to look at first is the resale predictions of this week. Again, a couple of items will probably not drop inside of the EU because of regulations, and we'll go through that in a second. Boxers, beautiful. Go for that. So this, I really want this. If you remember Burger Kicks, who's another YouTuber, he actually got me the knife and reshipped it to me over in the UK. I'd love this carton cutter because, of course, unboxings and stuff on YouTube. However, probably not going to be dropping in the UK or the EU because when it comes to knives and blades, etc., it's a bit of a different situation and scenario with regulations and with retailers being able to sell this. The thing is, here in the UK, they have to try and basically confirm that you are 18 plus, and they can't do that online. This is the reason why they won't be able to drop that, unfortunately. So we probably won't see that in the UK and the EU. If you want to chance it, just in case, because it is a carton cutter rather than a knife, but it is a blade. If you want to chance it, then go for it. The Wheaties, again, I mean, this is Supreme stuck their name on a cereal, like, but it will resell, especially inside of the US. But again, when it comes to food and perishables, especially when it's coming from the US, when it comes from the US, we have to have different label criterias. This is really going down my avenue. My master's is in nutrition, so here we go. But basically, the labels of ingredients, etc., the way in which that we display it against other people internationally US is totally different. So Supreme would have to make other labels and then manually stick them onto the box. This is the reason why we can't really sell that inside of the EU and the UK. So unfortunately, we probably won't see that drop. Anyway, let's go on to a couple of stuff that may have, or some sleeper items. The Cause Chalk logo 5-panel. If you've got clients or if you've got buyers who bought your Cause box logo or was looking for them, get on the phone to these guys for this. This could be okay. The problem is the retail's actually looking ridiculous. So it could be $46, but it could be all the way up to $88 is what I'm hearing as well. But for that, I don't think it will be. I think SwiftSole's got that spot on at 46. I think people are getting confused with the Swarovski beanie price, not that. But that's an item to go for. If you want to risk something, go for the panel hat 100%. So here's the beanie now. I think out of the whole Swarovski range, this is the one to go for resale. Again, it is a risk. It's not a definite that it will go up, but it's if you want to try and get something from this range and you want to try and get something for this week just to test your setup and go for something low risk, I would recommend the beanie personally, unless you've got clients who have already put in some orders. So I know 2 clients who want the Swarovski S logo, but they're going to let me know during the drop whether it sits. I don't think it will sit, but they are going to let me know during the drop, and they're going to tell me whether they want me to run. Then we go down to the Kangol. Quite a few people like these Kangol. It's like that LL Cool J type vibe. So a few people are liking this, mainly the Bermuda hat rather than a space cap, because Kangol is known for that Bermuda hat style, right? Like the sort of style on that. People stop tweeting me, James Hudson. Anyway, satin camo camp cat. No, retail. Cross panel track jacket. You're not a stop sign. This is another bit of a sleeper, and that's the fleece jacket. I would have thought this would have been up a lot of people's alleys, and a lot of, not hype beasts, but a lot of fashionistas' alleys. So if we look at someone like Jacob Starr, for instance, that reminds me of him. I don't know why, but he's not really messing with it. So there are a couple of people that want it. I'm seeing that most people are preferring the stained glass blue and red rather than the black, weirdly. But I know nothing about this sort of item, in all honesty. I'm used to the old classic items, but it could be a risk worth going for on a punt. I'm going to take it because this week's been dry as hell for the UK and the EU. So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to load up a few tasks. And I don't mind if I have to send something back, but I don't think you'd have to. The suede Harrington jacket would actually probably be really, really good quality. But again, retail's way too high. I mean, who wanted those trousers? No, thank you, Supreme. And then, of course, you've got the S logo tracksuit bottoms. Like, look at that. Look at the retail. $300 because you've got some Swarovski crystals on it. See, I don't know how that'll last as well, those Swarovski crystals on cotton. Honestly, that's ridiculous. If you look at the last Swarovski drop, the box logo, it's literally tanked. So I can't see the S logo being massive. But again, I'm on standby for a couple of clients who have said to me, or a couple of people who buyers, should we say, who said, listen, Josh, if I can't get it manually, can you load up and then go for restocks for me? And I said, yeah, not a problem. Muhammad Ali, I mean, who asked for it? Of course, we've got Air Force Ones always in the app, but remember, these have been restocking every single Friday, so don't load them up really for tomorrow. You can if you want, just in case, but they're probably going to be restocking on Friday at 11 o'clock as per usual. Basketball jersey hooded sweatshirt. If you're a gang member, go for it. Swarovski logo hooded shirt, we've spoken about this. It could have some resale, but again, I'm not convinced. Find buyers now for this. Find people who want it as like a pre-order maybe. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. Is it a risk worth taking? Maybe. I think the S logo personally is probably more wearable than the box logo with all of the Swarovskis on. I'm actually really liking the white as well. You can't really see it. There we go. Perfect. Thank you. You actually really like it. I'm liking that white as well. It's got like the rainbow S. I actually do really like that, in all honesty. Whether I'll go for it, I don't know. I'll probably get scared on tomorrow and just go for it anyway and then waste my money. The Wheaties tea has been confirmed apparently for the UK tomorrow in the EU, but Wheaties. I mean, look, if you was going to pick a cereal, yeah, that you did a collab with, Wheaties wouldn't even be in my mind, like, at all. If we think about the tiers of cereal, Wheaties are nowhere near, bruv. Like, that's not even on the tiers, right? You've got things like, I don't know, even Mateys. I'd put Mateys first. If those who don't know Mateys, they're the Lucky Charms kind of wannabes, but they actually taste a bit better. But Mateys are there before Wheaties. I don't know. If you want to wear a Wheaties tee, you go for it. It probably will have resale, though, because you know people are weird with these sort of items. They love these sort of items. The dyed bear long sleeve top. No. So the floral applique short sleeve is actually really nice. When you take a look at the actual sort of patch on it, I call it a patch. It's actually really, really nice. It's a floral. It looks pretty thick. It doesn't look like a print. It's actually really nice, to be fair. It's a really nice quality t-shirt. Will it have resale? Potentially. Checkerboard small box sweater. I wish they brought out the small box long sleeves, because as you know, I like a long sleeve, so I would have gone for that, like t-shirts. But as it's a sweater, no. So look, my advice this week is I would go for the Cause panel hat. I would go for the S beanie. If you're in the US, go for the cereal, because why not? At least you can have something to eat if it bricks. Go for the cardboard cutter 100%. I'd go for that. And if you want to take a risk and you feel a bit, I'd go maybe for an S logo hoodie. I'd go for the rainbow one personally. If I hit that and that bricked, I'd put it in a frame and just put it up on the wall. I think it's really nice. Anyway, then another risk would be that furry jacket. I forgot what it's called. I don't even know. Let's find it again. Oh, I've gone too far. Josh, you've gone way too far. This one here, the fleece jacket, the St. Michael. Maybe that is another risk to go for as well on the fleece. My phone's just frozen and I don't know why, but don't worry about it. So yeah, maybe go for that stained glass kind of look as well. All right. Okay, so what we're going to be looking at is actually setting up the task. I'm going to unplug and plug back in, producer, and we'll see if that has worked. We are going to look at how we're going to be setting up tasks, profiles, etc., etc. Yeah, we're back. All right, so let's say you do want to take that risk and you want to go for the St. Michael's jacket. What you want to do is basically click on to the task, and here is where you can check and change all the different details based on you and your preferences. So first and foremost, quantity, always one. You might be able to buy more than one of the cereal boxes because they're dropping 2 different colors, but don't risk it, just one. Size is random, or you go for small to double XL. Now, it's never fully confirmed whether Supreme's going to drop double XL, but it will be inside of the app just in case. Now, the 2 main sizes for resale, it goes small, then XL. So small is the most hyped, then it's XL, then it's large, and then medium is usually the last to sell out. They are the ones that you'll find are going to be mainly for resale. Now, the 2 different colors, black and multi. Now, don't forget, Supreme in the last few weeks has been playing around with their colors quite a bit. So you might just want to go random, have a couple of tasks, wait for it to pick up the color you want, and then allow it to go. Choosing your profile is pretty self-explanatory. And look, I say it every single week. But if you're trying to hit multiple items, make sure you are only going for one item per profile or one thing. So in other words, only one of those per profile. All right. Everything in that profile must be unique. Your street address, your phone number, your email address, and your card. The only thing that is allowed to be the same is the postcode and the city and country. Those 3 things, the only thing that's allowed to be the same. The rest of it, randomize. So if my name was Josh Smith, I might put Josh Smith on the next one. So just cut out the 2 letters at the end of my name. If I lived at 1 Buckingham Palace, I might do 1A Bucks Palace. Something like that. So different changes in your address. Now, you'll know what you can get away with. And it's a bit of trial and error sometimes to see if UPS will actually ship. I mean, my local's UPS. I think that's all Supreme ships with. But anyway, you'll know what you can get away with or not. So make sure, again, you can't have, let's say you wanted 2 of these jackets. You can't check out 2 on the same card, even if you've changed the name, you've changed the email and all that. You can't. Has to be separate. Yeah. Now, if you're in the UK or you're in the EU, currently Monzo's been doing some craziness, and I don't know why it's not been getting through, but it hasn't really been getting through. Revolut, Soldo, Curve, even Amex, all of them are getting through. You want an actual card that allows you to confirm 3DS via an app, not your high street banks most of the time. All right, not your high street banks. Oh, I don't know what happened there. There we go. Look, my wedding day. Beautiful. So then once we've done that, captcha mode. Now, if you have got premium, then you are able to use something called AYCD AutoSolve. This is a third-party software where basically you load in your Gmails, so the Gmails that you actually have, and what will happen is the one clicks you get from that will be imported directly into SwiftSole at drop time, so you don't have to do anything. Now, what do I mean by a one click? And again, I say this every week, but it's always good to go over. Basically, what Supreme does at checkout is it checks whether or not it thinks you're a human or not. Now, in order to do that, it actually looks at the Gmail associated to your account. If there's a Gmail associated to your account that you've been, I don't know, surfing the internet, watching me on YouTube, of course, all the time on loop, or going shopping or whatever, on that Gmail account, it knows that you've built up activity called farming in order to verify that you're a human. So you get a very low risk score and you're able to get a one click. Now, if it doesn't know, because either A, you haven't got a Gmail loaded, or B, there's not much activity on that Gmail, or you've just been hammering your one clicks every week, you'll get a captcha box appear at checkout. That's those squares where it asks you traffic lights and click the traffic lights. The problem with getting those squares is that by the time you've finished that, a bunch of people have checked out. So 9 times out of 10, if it's a hyped item, it's going to go out of stock by the time that you're able to check out those captchas. Okay? So AYCD is a way where you can mass import Gmails, and if they've all got one clicks, you're just going to get a bunch of one clicks in there. Now, on the standard SwiftSole, though, you are still able to log in via your Gmail account. So what you can do, and I'll show you how to do this in a second, but what you can do is log in so that you are able to then get one clicks if you've got it, or just basically do the captures from that Gmail inside of SwiftSole anyway. But again, don't forget, your one clicks or AYCD is only for a premium, and not only that, but you must understand how to use it, and also it is a separate service, so you've got to pay for that separately. If you want any more details, go down in the description, and we've got the guide down there. Otherwise, go into the Discord, and we've got tons of information on it in there as well, okay? Very, very simple. So let's just say, look, I'm going to use AYCD because I've got premium, so I'm going to do that. Now, I would recommend maybe loading a couple of PayPal checkouts. As you know, there's been some issues with 3DS on a load of weeks with Supreme, especially via their mobile app or mobile web page, shall we say. So I would always put a couple of PayPal tasks on there. So again, I've gone for one, random, or let's say a small. I'm feeling risky. Profile, AYCD, task mode. Just do drop mode in the UK. It's very, very simple. Do drop mode in the US until SwiftSole says otherwise, but just stick to drop mode. From there, I save my task and it's created. Now, what I can then do, if I go onto my task list down at the bottom there, this will have all my tasks. I'm going to add in another task, just a random one. Give me a second. I'll just go for the boxes. That'll do, because I want to show you another feature that you get in premium as well. So at this point here, let's say you've loaded in all your tasks. What are the next steps? Well, first and foremost, you want to, if you haven't used AYCD or if you haven't got premium, you want to associate a Gmail with this account. The reason being is because what I said, to get one clicks, etc. Very simple. We go to add Gmail. I'm not going to go through that in case I dox myself and you start sending me loads of weird emails. But basically, you log in via that and then you're ready to go. Then what you want to do before you go on, yeah, it's back on. Then what you want to do before the drop happens is make sure that you have your captcha harvester up and waiting to appear there. Okay, so if you're not using AYCD, have your captcha harvester open, sign in to your Gmail account. Simple, all right? Then before that, if you are doing some PayPal checkouts, about 5 minutes before, what you want to do is click on that PayPal login, and again, don't want to dox myself, but what you want to do is click on the PayPal login 5 minutes before, so that when it comes to checking out, it will say waiting for PayPal. You click on the task. Down at the bottom, below that edit button there, it will say pay with PayPal. You click on that and then you can continue pay with PayPal. Now, we don't know if it's cart hold. We don't know what the implications are when it comes to out of stock, etc. So kind of use that at your own risk, all right? So got all my tasks. I've signed into my Gmail. I've signed into my PayPal if I'm using PayPal on the drop. And don't worry, I am going to answer your questions, I promise. But from that point there, you are ready to roll. Have your captcha harvester open. Now, let's say you are feeling very risky and you're like, do you know what? It's such a brick week that I want to try and multi-cart a couple of things. So I want to put 2 or even 3 items in one cart to save some shipping. Yeah. So what you can do on the plus sign, and this is if you're premium, you click on multi-cart. From here, you'll have your 2 separate carts, and they're just like randomized letters there. Cart CFU, cart LXI. Now, if I want them to come together and basically check out in one cart, so I only get one delivery amount, I hold on to one of them, I drag them onto the other cart, and as you can see, that's now combined to cart CFU, and I will now multi-cart that on the day. Then what we do, 30 seconds to a minute before the drop, I press plus, start all, and we go for it. Simple. Really, really simple. Now, a couple of things. Don't touch the delays. Allow SwiftSole to deal with that for you. They know more about what's going on than we do, so let them deal with it. You can put in a Discord webhook if you want as well. So if you get a successful checkout, it will push a webhook to your Discord to say successful checkout. This is what you got, email, etc., etc. So you can do that as well. If you need some help with setting that up, we have got the guide down in the description below. So do just follow that, and that will be easy to go. Have I forgot anything else? Don't think so. Producer's saying no. He knows what he's doing now. Cool. So let's have a look at some of your questions. Boatsy, don't tell people to put their phone in a microwave, for God's sake. Someone's going to listen to you. The Wheaties will probably not be available in the UK, no. Sorry to say that. Has the PayPal bug been fixed? Give it a try. It was mainly because of under high traffic, I believe, but give it a try. When is going to be available for desktop? I can't tell you that, unfortunately. Go into the Discord, join the SwiftSole Discord. Down below, we've got the link to that, and any updates will be coming via that, 100%. Is the Nupsy vest red in a medium a good long hold? That was last week. This is this week. We're talking about Swarovski, mate. We're done with TNF. It's gone. But is it a good hold? I don't know. What constitutes as a good hold? Personally, I wouldn't have gone for the vest. Personally. Anyway. What profile task ratio do you use? This is a really interesting question. Now, talking to someone that I know that hits really well, Ratbag, I've now started to just do 1 profile per task on hyped items. I found that if I was running the same profile for multiple items, I was getting declined or duplicates, even though it was different. Supreme, right? They are smart, as in like their anti-bot measure is there to stop bots. So if they see the same IP, the same details, trying to check out 2 items separately, it'll kind of be like, hold on a minute. At that speed, this is a bit iffy, and boom, block. And this is where you're now getting checkout errors. So the official answer is don't know, give it a try, maybe 2 or 3. But the safe bet is just do 1 task per profile. That ever since I've done that, I've started to see success. Before, when I was doing multiple tasks per profile, I was getting blocked and declined the whole way. So, up to you what you want to try and experiment. I like your tea. Underrated item. Thank you. Yes, I thought that Log West. You know what? On the stream, if you remember last week, I said there's a load of personals I want to get. And there was one I said I'm not telling anyone because I know it's going to sit and everyone's going to, and it's going to brick. And I want that because I want to wear it. And this was it. The Old English. I love this t-shirt. I think it's great. And it fits really, really well, to be fair. I love a long sleeve. Anyway, what's worth going for this week? Go back onto the video, but basically, very simple. S logo beanie, Wheaties and box cutter if you're in the US. Don't bother doing it if you are in the EU because it probably won't drop. The Cause panel hat and maybe the St. Michael fleece. Maybe. But that's it. Simple. Oh, the Wheatie t-shirt as well. I'd go for. What are the top items? I've just said it. Do different profiles have to be just Gmails, or can I use different kind of emails? Yeah, you can use different kind of emails. I've used Hotmail, I've used Gmail, I've used different all over. So I've even used my work email, which I don't even know what that's hosted by. But yeah, you can use all different ones. And I've used a BT Internet email, and it's worked. Dude, you've already said that. Can I use AYCD on several tasks at the same time? Yes. So once you've actually put AYCD into all tasks, as long as you've got that amount of one clicks, it'll work then on all tasks. So that's what I do, and you can have, say, 10 tasks running. On that, we don't recommend more than 10 tasks. I'd maybe err on the side of caution with 8. Obviously, this is going to depend heavily on your device and the kind of CPU. It's got a CPU? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, it is. Producer said yes. See, I'm a technician now, son. Anyway, yeah, it all depends on your CPU. And, I mean, mine's an iPhone 12 Pro Max. Is that a thing? That's a thing. Yeah. I've got that. I don't know why I bought that, but I bought it. But I've done about 12 tasks and it's been fine. But just be careful. You don't want it to be lagging. Thanks for your videos every week. They really do help. Thank you, Ryan, sir. Does SwiftSole but other stuff too, or just Supreme? Next question. When do I start tasks? Start tasks about a minute before. I'm only joking. I don't know. It is just SwiftSole. Just Supreme. Just Supreme. Okay? iPhone 12 Pro Max Mini. I didn't even know that was a thing. Do you multi-cart on Swift? How do you multi-cart? Very simple. Multi-cart. So once you're on the task list, go into cart, and then you can drag one cart onto the other. That'll be your multi-cart. Easily. Jeez, iPhone 12 Pro Max. Come on. You know. Can I use the same card on 2 different profiles if I use PayPal for one profile? Yeah, you can. So, good question. PayPal won't show the card details to Supreme. And this is now going into like all other stuff. This is like GDPR and stuff. It'll only give them something called a checkout token. So Supreme won't see the card that you use on PayPal. PDI compliance, PCI, PDI, one of them, and all that jazz. So yeah, you can technically use the same card if you're doing it on PayPal because Supreme won't see the card details. So anyway, if I'm buying yellow cereal and I duplicate it, but the duplicate one I edit and put it as purple, will there be a problem? I'm confused, Edgar. You've literally lost me, son. Basically, hi Josh. Hi Nova Creps. I don't know why that came up. So basically, it may duplicate profile if you're running after you've hit yellow, if you then go for purple. Because I don't know, but it might only be one per person no matter what color. That's probably what it is. So you probably won't be able to hit both. Does the PayPal thing also apply to the address? No, because Supreme will see the address. So with PayPal, still change the address. It's just the payment method that's different. Because if you remember, if you've ever gone through the Supreme checkout flow, you put in your address first and then click pay with PayPal. It's the address they use there. They don't use the address on PayPal. That's something different. They'll use the card on PayPal, but not the address. So make sure if you're checking out with the same card through PayPal and credit card, the addresses are different. The names, the emails, phone numbers, etc. Thanks, Josh. You help us out a lot. Thank you, Ryan. Does SwiftSole work well with 4G mobile data? I have to try and cop Supreme whilst at school, hence the question. Well, first of all, Yusuf, make sure you're not doing that during class. I'm sure your teachers will not approve. However, yeah, you'll be fine. In all honesty, it's down to your ping time, and Wi-Fi is always better than 4 or 5G, but go for it. I've hit with 5G before and 4G. 5G, I'm flexing now. I've hit with 4G before, so you might be able to hit. Why not? You might as well try it. Use school with VPN. Yeah, you can do that. There's actually an online VPN that's free called Tunnel Bear. Tunnel Bear, you get like 500 megabytes free. Download that app, put that VPN on, and use that if you want. Josh, did you hit on AF1 restock? Of course I did, Henry. I've got a bunch of AF1s. I'm doing bits. You haven't watched my live cops. Go watch my videos and then come and ask me some questions. I'll be in as well. Yeah, everyone's back at school. Good. Stay at school. Let me hit something, for God's sake. You go to school while I can bot. Where are those times? What are you going for tomorrow? I'm going to go for the beanie. I'm going to go for the panel cause hat. I'm still debating whether to go for this jumper. St. Michael fleece? I don't know. I think they're the only 2 things I'll go for. The beanie and the hat. It's a hat week for me. And then obviously slots. But yeah, it's a hat week. I have to go to the toilets and use this guy. Knife and cereal box multi-cart. If you do that, I'm telling you, hats off to you. If you do that, hats off to you. St. Michael fleece got your name on it, to be honest. I can't pull that off. I'm not that Larry. But for sale, maybe. But do you know the time that Air Force restock in the EU? Usually at 11 o'clock on the Friday. So get ready for 11, load it into SwiftSole, and then just start running. Obviously, US, we're your guinea pigs, you'll know. If basically we restock, you guys are going to restock. The only thing is with that, though, then everyone knows that you're going to restock, so everyone goes for it. Whereas in the EU, people sleep a bit. But I think from what we're being told, there's a load of restocks for AF1s coming. My Discord's not loading, by the way. SwiftSole, if you're trying to contact me, apologies. Are you going for the S logo hoodie? I haven't made up my mind yet on that. Haven't made up my mind. If I did, I do like purple, but it's not for me. What am I saying? Black or white. I just really like that rainbow S. I really like that rainbow S. I don't know why. Have you had a good day, Josh? Not too bad, Nova. Not too bad. It's busy at work at the moment. It is very, very busy. Like, crazily busy. So, yeah, we're just getting ready for lockdown to end in the UK. Do you think I'll have a chance for cereal and cutter and fleece size XL in one cart? Behave, Martin. Are you nuts? You want to go for the 3 main items that people are going to be going for. The cereal, the cutter, and an XL fleece in one cart. Good luck, sir. Good luck to you. Can't react to the message in Discord that gives me member role. Is Discord closed for now? I don't think so. Should be fine. What time on Friday do they restock the AF1s now? I did say that. 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. And it is one per profile. Thank you, sir. Beanie is $88. This is the problem with the beanie. It is expensive. $88. It may not resell. What's actually dropping in the UK? Doesn't seem like much. Go back and watch this and I explain it all. Will you be dabbing for us at the end of this one? No, I won't be. Because people will just use that. Does Curve go straight through or do you have to approve payment in the app? It varies. Curve will sometimes go straight through. A lot of people get payment requests. Some people did last week. Why does it have to be that expensive? I don't know. Making their money, I guess. You go for it, Supreme. Why would the resell? You don't know much about it, Supreme, do you? Were you able to cop the AF1s? I was, Henry, yes. What? Who to captain in my FB? Oh, go away. I use XVPN. There's a free version and premium. You use the free one. Cool, fine. Should I use restock mode for AF1s in the US? No, just use drop mode because the way in which they do it is they take it off the website first, then they reload. So it's kind of like a drop. So just use that. Don't use restock mode. Use drop mode. A couple more questions and then we will round up this week. Do you know anything about any... Lucas, this isn't you sneakers, sir. This is SwiftSole live stream. So I'm not going to be answering any questions about anything else, I'm afraid. Grats, what colour and size did you cop? I've got white, I've got black, I've got loads. Anyway, the F1 restocking at Thursday with the drop. Let me just call them up. 1 minute. Supreme, are you restocking the Air Force Ones on Thursday? No. No. They said no. Don't run. No, so usually it's on a Friday. So if you want to go for it, 11 o'clock on the Friday. They're going to restock it. Let me ask one sec. Supreme, are you going to be restocking small sizes? Okay. Okay, thank you. They swore at me that time, so I don't think they're going to ask me. There it is. There it is. Let me ask my crystal ball about all of this. What time do we start tasks for Air Forces on Friday? Around 10:59. 10:59 is the way to do it. What did they say? They said something very rude. It began with F and finished with off. Every week he answers the same questions. That's what I'm here for. It is what I'm here for. Listen, you got to remember that every week there might be a new person in here as well. There might be someone who's never used SwiftSole before. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to help. Retail of the beanie, $88. If you go inside of the app, it's actually all in there as well. All of the retails are in there. Flip kind of often, but imagine a bit more, a ruder version than Flip. Begins with F, rhymes with duck. Run it like a regular drop just on Friday, guys. Exactly that. Can I use AYCD with a profile task with a Yahoo account? No, it's Gmail's, not Yahoo. I'm one of those new people. Nice. Welcome, DXW. I hope tomorrow you hit. What are you going for? Just follow these steps. Look, it is a race. Like, it literally is. And it is hard. If you think about it, there are more botters than there are actual stock as well. So, use it as a time to learn the drop. And it, week on week, kind of improve. And you'll be hitting in no time, I promise. I love these live streams. I love to hear the same questions about F1. Okay, Henry. Can we use the same credit card for multiple profiles? No. No, 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 no. It must be one card, unique card per item. Don't get me wrong. If you're running for maybe the hoodie and then the Wheaties or something like that, yeah, you can have 2 different profiles and same card if you want. Might be a bit of a risk, but you might be okay. Is payment error just a card decline? It could be a couple of things. It could be a card decline. It could be high traffic error from Supreme's end. It could be anti-bot. It could be anything. There's loads of different reasons why you might get payment error, unfortunately. Cheers. No problem at all. I wasn't listening. Do I multi-cart cereal and box cutter? If you want, Chris. Chris, do what you want, son. If you multi-cart everything, just do it. Do everything, son. But I wouldn't recommend doing that, no. There we go. Toadie is in there. We love you, Josh. Thank you, Henry. Thank you. Cool. We'll go for 2 more and then we're all done. How many calories a day are you on now? 1,500, mate. It's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. Can we have a moment of silence for all of our cancelled Supreme orders? Of course. Done. Especially dunks. Jesus Christ. Don't even talk about dunks. How do we set up AYCD? Go down in the description below and we've got a total guide for that so we can do that. You could go through all of that. That will help you. He said my name. Of course I did, Chris. Destiny's Child out here. Say my name, say my name. Only reason I'd buy a beanie is for $18. Yeah, but you're probably not the target market then, are you really, sir? How do you manage to have multiple cards then? Different banks. I've got a video on that as it goes. If you go onto my YouTube, LuckyBotter, I've actually done a video on different card profiles, different companies that give you more cards, different advantages, disadvantages, etc. So have a little look on that video. Multi-card everything. What's the biggest Supreme brick you've bought? Probably my personals. I buy a lot of Supreme for personal, so I don't know. I don't know what the biggest brick would be. Maybe the step. I don't know what that's doing anymore. Remember the shop step thing? I use that at home. It's like the one on the wheelie thing where it's like a little round step. All the lawn chairs. I was lucky to get rid of them very quick. I had a lot of lawn chairs and I got rid luckily because they bricked real hard, to be fair. Thanks for the live stream. No problem at all. Hung his head in shame and said 1,500, poor guy. Gonna order a burger for you. Don't do that, Jet. I'll have to go for a run or something. Looking fit to... Thank you, Nova. Nova's always buttering me up. What does he want? How's your sleep schedule going after the... Oh, don't, JM. Don't. That's killed me. Last night has killed me. I was talking to producer about this today. It's killed me. I'm never going for mesh again. I'll be up next week. I need the link for your YouTube. Bruv, listen. Search bar. LuckyBotter. I'm going to put it down in the chat. LuckyBotter. Just put that. You're done. What's your most expensive personal? I'm not even going to go into that because my wife might be watching. And everything's £20, babe. Anyway, what will you eat for dinner today? I had like a stir fry. What's going on with these questions? It's like the life of Josh. I like it. I don't think SwiftSole will approve. What's your most expensive... Oh, we've already gone through that. Cash App card. Yeah, cool. Hope you have a good rest of your day, Josh. We love you. Thank you, Henry, sir. Can you allow me to buy it into your group? No. Josh, you blocked me on Instagram. That's why. Oh, sorry. But if I blocked you, it's probably for a good reason. I might unblock you. Maybe not. Managed to cop the Supreme Nupsy personal on last week's drop. I didn't want a personal. I did manage to hit. I got an XL and a small for someone else. Wasn't for personal. For me, Rat Bag wanted his personal. He got it. I got an XL and a small, but it wasn't personal. For cards, I only have Monzo and Bark, so I might try PayPal if they're bad. Maybe give it a go. Okay, listen, guys. Thank you so much for attending today and allowing us to have your attention. Again, tomorrow, if you are running, good luck. There are a few sleeper items that you may want to go for. If you're in the US, Wheaties, box cutter, 100%. Roll the dice on the St. Michael's fleece and maybe on the Yas logo stuff. Oh, and the Wheaties t-shirt because people like that stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for allowing us to have your attention. And tomorrow, as always, be lucky.